Welcome back to the GFL. You know me, I'm Stephen B. And tonight, we have the first snow game of the season. Which team will step up tonight and grab the win? We have the Chicago Bears going up against the Cincinnati Bengals.
It's the NFL on EA Sports, where we'll see which conference reigns supreme today. It's the Chicago Bears and the Cincinnati Bengals. Coming up next.
Well, the Midwestern snows have come to Southern Ohio, and we are in for a chilly afternoon of football at Paycor Stadium in Cincinnati. Coming up, we got a good matchup on tap here, as it'll be the Chicago Bears taking on the Cincinnati Bengals. Welcome again, one and all. Thanks for tuning in. I'm Brandon Gautin on hand alongside Charles Davis. And yes, the storyline here, the weather. Snow and more of it expected as this game continues. So how will that impact how this one goes?
Can these teams ignore the distraction and the strangeness of playing in a snow game, because it actually affects the crowd as well? That big roar you get is often muffled when there's a snow game. And the second part, what's the footwear you got on? Does that fit the turf you're playing on? And how will it handle as things get a little bit slick?
Set for football now from snowy Cincinnati, and we are underway from Cincinnati. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Bengals offense here ready to rock and roll. Joe Burrow is the man at quarterback.
And when you come into the league as the #1 guy selected, a lot of hype comes with it. And sometimes that weight can be unbearable. But this young man, he took that weight on and handled it as well as you can imagine. And I love his ability to make a second, third reaction play and create downfield.
Burrow going to fake to mix it and now look to throw. This one hauled in by Sample. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. Burrow hooking up with Higgins for a Bengal first down.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
Now Burrow on first down. Throw right side into the hands of the tight end, Sample.
It's vitally important to wrap him up immediately, because if you let that big guy get ahead of steam on, well, then you've got real trouble trying to get him down.
But they're able to hold him to a short gain on first down. Now a 2nd and 6. To the air again, Burrow. Connecting on the out route here with Higgins. Call it a gain of 3 on the play. And they're going to face a 3rd down. Well, safe to say the passing game has found a rhythm. He's now 4 of 4, but might need to be 5 of 5 to keep this drive going here as they face a 3rd down.
And maybe perhaps you show a running play, right? Maybe a little play action here to go ahead and let him throw the ball downfield. I wouldn't get away from him flinging it because 4 for 4 already. I think he's got a good chance of picking this one up here on 3rd down.
Yeah, this is not going to be enough. Was in search of 2 yards and only got halfway there.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game. But it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go up and make the tackle right away.
And he'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And this is going to be ruled out, I think, just inside the 20. Yes, it will. Side judge calls it at the 19-yard line. So here are the Bears now for their opening drive. They'll be led out by a man who nearly broke the single-season rushing record for quarterbacks last season. A true dual threat out of Ohio State, Justin Fields.
And not only does he have all the skills that you're looking for as a quarterback, he's incredibly tough and plays the game fearlessly as both a runner and a passer. You provide a good running game around him and let him throw deep off of play action, you've got an all-star in the making.
Fields and the Bears now with a 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. They'll get that complete to his tight end, Cole Kmet. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made it a nice, easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Ball on the 27. Here's 2nd and a couple. They'll run. This is Khalil Herbert. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a 1st down, keep the sticks moving.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll go again with Herbert. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Score that tackle for loss to the Wyoming alumnus, Logan Wilson.
They have 3 tight ends in that formation. That's almost a universal sign that they're planning to run the football. But how about the defense there? They met force with force and caused a stack up behind the line of scrimmage and threw him for a loss.
Fields. Looks for the out route, and it's complete to Kmet. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and of course, foot dragging.
A little tapestry, if you will.
Oh, I like it.
Dancing to his left. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Trey Hendrickson showing off his pass rush repertoire that time.
You and I both know we're into a whole new realm of football because we're not just looking at tendencies anymore. We're looking at analytics, and I've got to think the analytics on 3rd and 1 say run the football.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Good coverage there, holds them to just a 2-yard return following a punt of 44. And the Bengals will have a 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. They will throw on 1st down with Burrow. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much. He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now Burrow. Dumps it off to Mixon. And out of bounds across the 15-yard line. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. On 3rd down, Burrow. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have a Bengals 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. No score after 1 on EA Sports. Ready for the 2nd quarter from Cincinnati. It's the Bengals with the football here as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Now it's Mixon running right. There he goes, right side. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. 25 yards to pick up there, and also a 1st down. Thought they were going to have him down a lot earlier, but he was able to shed that tackle.
Shows the value of the weight room, doesn't it? Shows the value of the attitude when you run the football. Don't go down easily. Break a few tackles, gain some additional yardage.
So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. And they go play action now. Burrow. And this will be well too low for him to bring in. It's incomplete.
And their back's up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Inside handoff to Mixon. And he works free. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 51 yards rushing for him now. His first 2 carries of the ball game.
This has been a good drive so far. It's been a running game for the most part that's powered them down there. Another nice burst there, picking up a 1st down. Now it's 1st and 10, as you said, in the red zone.
On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow. He finds his man, complete. That's Hudson. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. Yeah, that's good for a gain of 6, and that'll bring up 2nd down. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And the Bengals are going to have a 1st and goal as he'll be taken down at the 7-yard line.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
So 1st and goal now from the 7-yard line. Now it's Burrow. That's to Chase. He's got it. Touchdown, Cincinnati. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Bengals post the first points of the ballgame as they take the lead here in this 2nd quarter.
Boy, that route is really tough to cover because if they're running it correctly, you think it's really going to be a slant.
Yeah, well, we talk all the time about how it's tough to execute offensively, but you're saying, don't forget, it's tough to cover for the defense, too.
Yeah, the number one thing that you're taught is to not get caught inside or get beat inside. So you guard that a little bit more. So that gives you a little bit more space to operate outside if you start your move initially inside if you're a receiver.
Extra point through the snowflakes, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. after the touchdown. McPherson on to kick this one away. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Chicago works their way back onto the field here for their second drive of the game. It hasn't gone particularly well for them. That's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe you hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner and get out of the way. Don't cause any extra stress on your offense.
Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down. Not a lot of success to be found there.
Oh, you got that right, partner, because if you're trying to make guys miss about 10 yards or so downfield, that's a pretty good play. But if you've got to do it in your own backfield, I consider that a problem. That doesn't work too well.
Now motion left with Mooney. Now a fake on the jet sweep, and they'll instead run up the middle. Maybe a gain of a yard that time, but now from the spot, actually no gain. So third and long.
All runners count on their eyes to find the gaps and creases, to find open space. There was absolutely none on that one. Totally swallowed up on that play.
They need 12 here. It's third down. Now Fields. Open man is Kmet, the tight end. Fourth down, so they send out Trenton Gill. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. Here's Jones on the return. So a good punt there, but a nice return of 11 yards. And the Bengals take over first and 10. Joe Mixon and the Bengal offense ready to go back to work. And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the second quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had.
Right.
Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game and how many yards they've accumulated, because you know they're always working towards 100.
He's been working well towards 100 here. Throwing now, Burrow on first down. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
So now second and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Burrow will throw. And his throw is incomplete.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after the last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first two throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on third down to get their momentum going again.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a third and 10. Now it's Burrow. That is caught. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
Brandon, there have been some memorable snow games for championships in the NFL. 1948, Philadelphia Eagles, Chicago Cardinals.
The most famous one in my lifetime, I think, is got to be 01, right? Raiders, Patriots, to send the Patriots to the Super Bowl.
You had to go to the Tuck roll, didn't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's one people remember. But I also know this. In Miami, the infamous one, the snowplow game in New England, when they went out there and the Patriots had a guy come out and clear a spot on the field for their field goal kicker to kick the game winner.
Is that 82?
That was 82, and the Dolphins fans will never forget it.
Well, we're not seeing one of those famous games here, but it's fun to be in the snow nonetheless. It'll go as a gain of 4, and that's going to bring up second down. Now, that tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
2nd and 6. They're passing here, Joe Burrow. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
Well, touch and time are critical for those types of throws. He put a lot of zip on that one. Needed just a little bit more finesse trying to get it to his back.
The 25-yard line is what they need here. This is 3rd down. Burrow looking to pass. He's got his target. That's complete. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. As long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Again, it's Burrow. This goes out wide for Mixon. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. So on 2nd down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. From the left hash, he'll have to cut this at a tight angle. McPherson's kick is good. So 3 points on the board, as easy a field goal as you're going to get, but I can see you shaking your head.
I love that peripheral vision of yours, partner, because to me, if it's the 4th quarter and you're up 6, I get it. But now, even if you run and don't get in, you're still setting them up to go a long field, 98, 99-yard drive. How do you look at your defense and not give them that opportunity?
Four seconds, all that remain here in this first half as the kick gets away. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21.
They're on 21-yard line.
The final second ticks by, and that's going to do it for the first half of play. So we have reached halftime with our score 10-0. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
Welcome, everyone. I'm your host, Jay. This is the GFL Halftime Show. Thanks for joining us, and welcome to the live GFL Halftime Show. It's been an interesting first half for both teams. We'll see if the home fans can cheer on their home team and give them momentum, and we'll have to see how the away team continues to handle it. With a whole second half to be played, anything can happen. We'll have to see what the coaches do during this halftime and what adjustments they'll make heading into the second half. Thanks for joining us for the GFL Halftime Show. The second half kickoff is next. I'll see you next time.
Okay, Brandon, back to you guys in just a moment, but welcome everyone to our Creative Village studios in the EA Sports Halftime Report. We saw a strong first half out of the quarterback, Joe Burrow. He's got a touchdown pass on the ledger as his guys were able to build a double-digit lead.
All right, Coach, thank you very much as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. Not much has changed since we left you at halftime. The snow is still continuing to fall as we are back underway. And he won't quite make it to the 25. The Bears offense set to go to begin the third quarter. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now they've got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
Second and 2 at the 32-yard line.
The ball on the 32. It's 2nd and 2. A handoff for Herbert. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
But we always talk about good down and distance, allowing offenses to expand their playbook. Well, 2nd and 2, that means your playbook's wide open. You can run just about anything. But a lot of times the play caller, he just looks down at his sheet, sees the short yardage runs, and goes to one of those.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Fields. And he will find the open man. It's DJ Moore. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. That goes for a gain of 31.
That's the kind of play this offense desperately needed. They've got to be saying, our defense has kept us in the ball game. We're down, but we're certainly not out. And maybe that was the spark that they've been searching for.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Mooney, the motion man right. On 1st and 10, it's Herbert. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
Here's Fields. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. That puts him in excellent position, 1st and goal after a gain of 19.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal.
Herbert will score. Touchdown, Chicago. He finishes off the drive with a touchdown run, Charles. Remember, he also had a catch on this drive as well.
And that's what running backs want to be in today's NFL, a complete back. 3 downs, stay on the field, run it, and catch it, and he gets it done.
Cairo Santos on to try the extra point. And they're back within a field goal. It's 10-7 now. A drive that time of 6 plays, and it results in a 4-yard touchdown run. After the touchdown, here's the punter Trenton Gill to kick it away. This fielded right at the goal line. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21. So here are the Bengals now as they get their first possession of this second half. But Charles, they still have the lead despite their defense giving up a touchdown on the previous possession. And even though they have that lead, it feels like a back-and-forth ball game where to try to get momentum back, maybe they need at least 3 here on this drive.
I think you're right about that, Brandon, because your game plan doesn't change. But I do believe your urgency does because of the last score that went against your team. So what you want to do now is have your own drive and try and make sure that that momentum stays in your camp.
Well, they always talk about playing great team defense, and that was an excellent example right there. Everyone on assignment, no one in the wrong spot, everyone filling their gaps.
They go play action with Burrow. Throw left side complete to Chase. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. The LSU connection, Burrow to Chase for the Cincinnati first. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
So the completion good for 6 yards. And it's second down. Here's Burrow. That's caught one more time by Boyd. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears 42. The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another first.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. Now Burrow on first down. And that one incomplete, but now a penalty flag coming in late. That might be PI. Well, they've done a good job on these receivers, pretty much held them in check, and they're a little too close for comfort.
And you're always looking for a play to get you going, right? You're looking for someone to make one. But maybe this penalty, this pass interference call, that can help shake them loose.
First down, here's Burrow. Over the middle, that's caught by Chase. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helps to have a guy who can turn it loose. And boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
That's the end of the third quarter with the score Bengals 10, Bears 7.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. On second down, here's Mixon. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front seven, reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
Here's Burrow setting up to throw it.
see the surprise on your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, it's Burrow. Looking for Chase near the sideline. He's got it. And he takes it inside the 10 to the 8 before he's out of bounds. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. And he will take it on in for the Bengals touchdown. Joe Burrow, an 8-yard touchdown run. And the Bengals will add to their 4th quarter lead.
If you're going to play quarterback in the NFL, you've got to have great vision, and you've got to remain calm when things break down in the pocket. Both of those traits were on display there. He surveys the situation, sees the middle of the field open, so he's just going to step up and take it himself. Very well done there.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Chicago offense set to get started. Well, that last touchdown we just saw, what an important one. Now it's back to a 2-score deficit for this crew as they take the field here, and they are in desperate need of finding the end zone. Fields and the Bears now with a 1st and 10 at their own 23. They'll try and start this drive in the air. There's a short throw. It's caught by Kmet. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. A good start there on 1st down. They've got to have this drive.
No doubt about it. Down a couple of scores. They have to find a way to put it in the end zone. Chunk plays, explosive plays. That will be the key to this drive.
On 2nd down, here's a keeper by the QB. And this will be a Bears 1st down as the tackle made here at the 36.
And this is one of those plays that if you can use it to keep the chains moving, it's a good play. And not only that, it tends to tamp down the pass rushers because they have to recognize this play and stay at home. Quarterback uses it well. Read option, keeps it, and picks up a 1st down with some nice running.
Sliding up, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Sam Hubbard making his presence felt in the backfield.
You know, on these types of plays, we're always looking to assess blame. Okay, where did it break down? Sometimes it's just a great play.
Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. From the gun, here's Fields. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Logan Wilson, he's the one that drops him this go-around, and that pass rush getting strong here, back-to-back sacks.
I remember throughout my career here in defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. But they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is Pinyard, and he's going to go down again. A loss of 3 on the sack made by multiple defenders.
And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback has not received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
Got to avoid the flags defensively. Here's 4th and long. They snap it to Fields. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. The Bears tried it on 4th down, unable to convert. And now possession's going to go over with a football at the 20-yard line. So now with a little over 2 minutes to play, the road back gets very difficult.
Difficult, but still not impossible if they go ahead and play this thing out. Now the defense has to come up big. They've got to go for the strip of the football on each and every snap to try and give themselves a chance.
And it looks like this will be the last play before the 2-minute warning. We've got to have two hands on the football here as they run on 1st down. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. It looks like a jumbo set with 3 tight ends here for 1st and goal. They'll give it to Mixon. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left. So they come up on 2nd down. If they can get another run like we just saw, would likely put an end to this thing. Mixon is in. Touchdown, Bengals. What a huge touchdown that was, obviously, here in the late stages of the 4th quarter as they try to put this one away.
And, Brandon, when they watch the film after this week, they'll be very proud of every rep if they close this game out. Just a few snaps remaining. They can't relax just yet.
And McPherson on for the extra point. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And it all culminated in the touchdown run coming from Joe Mixon. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. To return is Scott. This taken in right around the goal line. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. The Bears offense now gets set to head back onto the field. Well, probably not much that they can do at this point, CD. Down 3 scores late in the 4th quarter. This is going to be a little too much to overcome, you would think.
Yeah, they'll go down swinging, but in the end, I think we saw the writing on the wall a while back because one team was clearly better than the other in this one. And while it didn't quite reach blowout status, I think we knew who was going to win this one well before we got to this stage.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. Here's Fields. And he's got the hook up to Moore. Now the Bears going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. This now a 3rd and 4. Fields now to throw. Incomplete.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. To the sideline, and wow, what a catch there. He doesn't get a lot, but he was able to get the feet down complete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Bengals are going to get it back in terrific field position. The Bengals set to take over. And barring mistakes, they should be able to kneel this one out and finish it off. And there's only one timeout remaining on the defensive side of the ball, so that doesn't really come into play either. And now it appears that the referee's been buzzed, and we'll get a review. And this being inside 2 minutes of play, everything coming from up above.
Review the play. Ruling on the field stands.
So the folks in New York just going to wind up confirming what the official saw, as this play will stand as is. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Burrow going to give this to Mixon. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Montez Sweat with a tackle. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle. That's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
Back to Mixon, 2nd down. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll leave him with a 3rd down and 6 to go. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. Doesn't matter whether you've watched high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
On 3rd down, Mixon. And he will be marked down short of the 1st as they get to him at the 29. So this one in the win column now for the Cincinnati Bengals. And you look back over the score sheet, interesting. A very clean game, no turnovers by either side.
An absolute rarity when we watch games now because defenses have put such an emphasis on taking the ball away. Well, what we saw here was offenses spending their time saying, look, you know they're coming for it. Ball security is paramount. So they worked on that, not just a week of practice, but I'm sure all during training camp. Make sure when you have it, tuck it away because danger lurks everywhere you turn.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. It's a win for the Bengals as we say so long from Cincinnati.